So, hi, Somesh. So, first of all, tell us about yourself.
Okay, yeah. My name is Somesh. I'm 17 years old. I have finished my 12th and I'm going to join an undergraduate program
Okay, in the US, right? As
in
you
the
said.
in States. Yes.
So, tell us about how you got into English teaching.
Well, my mom is a teacher, and she has a passion of teaching. Also, I have volunteered once before, and I have taught people. So I find it a very interesting thing to do. Hence, I joined again this month to teach English.
Okay, so for the last month, you have been teaching English, right?
Yes,
As a
for the
volunteer.
last 20 days I've been teaching.
Last 20 days. So, that's nice. So, in those 20 days, so can you tell us briefly about the students which you taught?
Okay, I started with a group of 30 people, and it was a wide age group. So it consisted of a couple of people who are still in school, some of them who have finished their 10th and are going to join their polytechnic. Some of them are polytechnic students, first or second year students.
Okay, so tell us about the level of English of these students.
Okay, the polytechnic students who are already started had a slightly better level of English as compared to the people who are going to start or those who are still in school.
So, in terms of slightly better level, they were able to speak. That's what you mean by slightly better?
No. All of them were able to communicate in English perfectly. Like, not perfectly, but I was able to understand whatever they said. But the older students were able to they had a better grammar structure and made less mistakes while speaking.
Less mistakes while speaking. So, do you think so? When you started with this volunteercurriculum.com website, when you took content from there, so do you think it was necessary to start from scratch?
Well, if like for my age group and the people I was teaching, I found that I could skip the first two lessons blank off and I had to brush the ones after that. But from SS5 onwards, you have to go into depth because the grammar and all is tricky over there.
It's tricky over there. Okay, so now tell us more about the content, what you taught.
Okay, I taught content that was mainly related to spoken English, and it consisted of a table form where it was divided into 3 or 4 columns respectively, one containing pronouns, verbs, related to what the lesson was. And the whole thing was to join pronouns to the respective verb, to the respective sentence, and form a proper sounding sentence or a question, however they would like it. And what I did was give them a couple of examples and then tell them make a few sentences on your own, and then I used to check each and every child's notebook, correcting whatever they had made on the spot, often making them correct their own mistakes so that they would learn it. Also, after that, there was exercises related to those sentences and
for each sentence structure, right?
Related to those sentence structures, those vocabulary, and those particular sentence type that you had just formed. They will make questions, fill in the blanks, choose the correct option. Some of them will rearrange the words related to that kind of exercise. Also, I made them do a lot of speaking activities which were given at the end of each SS. That would consist of maybe a storytelling or reciting a train of thoughts or maybe talking about a particular topic related and using those particular form of grammar taught.
So that's good. So, did you find the exercises and activities effective?
Yes, the exercises were very effective and the activities up till SS11 were effective, but beyond that point they went sort of haywire and were not that relevant to what was being covered in those materials.
Okay, so in terms of your effectiveness, can you give me a benchmark that how did you came to realize that they were effective?
Well, what I used to do was occasionally take previous exercises or previous topics covered and ask the children questions on that. And most of them were able to relate and use sentences that were covered in that activity itself to explain me that concept that they had learned. So that way they were able to gauge. Till 11 it is pretty good, but from 12 onwards they were not able to understand what activity was and how that grammar sentence was.
Okay, so up till 11 it was
perfect.
pretty
Almost
much
perfect.
almost perfect. So that's good. So in terms of student, did you find any measurable change?
Well, I started with 3 different levels, but towards the end of the thing, as I've come now, all of them have come to a level that is much higher than what the diploma people had when they started.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty nice thing. So for this kind of curriculum, your students had a pretty good exposure to English, right?
Yes.
But would you suggest this for students who don't have much exposure to English?
If a student has no exposure to English, the system is all the more better for them in the sense the first SS covers it from the very, very basics. starting like my name is so and so, and then it takes it up to complex sentences that we could use while writing a paragraph or while giving a speech or while having a debate.
So the progression is gradual.
It is evenly distributed and properly done.
So that's nice. So any other important things about the curriculum which you really liked?
The one of it was very simple to teach in the sense that I would not have to prepare more than, let's say, an hour before class, and it was very easy to understand what I was teaching. Also, the children were able to grasp it, and the examples and all were very relevant to them. So it was not a very alien example to them, but they were able to understand it on a very day-to-day basis, like daily, day-to-day experiences.
So the content was very practicable to
Very,
what?
very, very practical. Yes.
So about the table thing, this whole philosophy of encapsulating grammar and literature into table, do you think this was effective?
Yes, this is very effective in the sense that you don't have to take a separate stream for a grammar and a separate stream for literature. They understand a lot of concepts, a lot of names, a lot of famous sayings, a lot of famous people, as you would learn in a literature class. Why learning the grammar? As joining the sentences, they would learn it.
So they would learn. So this is again effective.
Yeah, very.
So on and all, would you any other things, any other feedback would you like to give for somebody who is going to probably take up this curriculum in the future?
Well, you must interact with the students on a one-to-one basis a lot and try to keep the class humorous, because it is very, very important for them to have fun in the class. I've seen. If you crack a joke here and there, they actually are listening to you then beyond that frustrated joke. So every half an hour you crack a joke, and yes, they're listening to you for that next half an hour. Also, I personally did a lot of different activities that I thought would help them improve their English.
So
And
these activities you took from the SS, you customized?
these activities are based on the essays, but they were picked off somewhere from the internet. Some of them I made on my own.
Okay.
They were relevant to the essays, but they were a different thing.
Okay.
Like crosswords or word searches or stuff like that.
So that's nice, yeah. So on and all, you think that your time was really used as a volunteer?
Yes, it was a really, really good thing, not only for me, but for the children also. I feel they have learned a relatively good amount of English and can communicate pretty well.
Can communicate.
Won't have an issue talking to one another in English.
So in 20 days of your teaching time, do you think you made measurable change in the students?
Yes, definitely measurable change.
So are the kids really happy about it?
That you have to ask them only. I can't tell you.
Sure. Chalo, Swamesh, thanks for this.
Okay. Yeah.